The first, as I say, you pretty much know in your mind that the game is over and you've got good control of it.
One of the Chicago cheerleaders, the Lovabells, I think they call them, just got hit right in the head with that pass underneath. Chicago ball, and they're going to, matter of fact, Dr. Tom Silva and Ray Melchiori are both over attending to her. Woolridge on the drive, count the basket, and a foul on the Celtics' Sam Vincent. Yeah, Ray Melchiori and Dr. Tom Silva both ran over to help out the cheerleader who got hit with a pass a moment ago.
There's the Woolridge penetration.
Woolridge at the line with a free throw to try to make it a three-point play. And he does, and the lead is 17.
Woolridge has not had a good series for him.
No, he's not. He's played below what he normally played against the Celtics in the regular season. Well below that.
If you look at the stats, it would appear that he's had a better than average series, better than the average during the season. But again, statistics are deceiving. And in terms of what he accomplished off the board, his defensive game, I thought, was on target. Stan Albeck also...
Technical.
Technical. Yeah, his frustration.
And he's been thrown out. Albeck really started to give Rush some heat, so Rush threw him out.
Not a good way to end it.
No.
You know, the Chicago has conducted themselves very well up to now in terms of their play against the Celtics. You know, they've really given the Celtics much more of a go than anyone thought they would. Stan stops long enough, however, to congratulate Casey and the coaching staff and the Celtics, which is a classy move. But again, you know, don't take your frustration out. It's easier said than done, I suppose, on the officials at this point, because they were simply beaten by a good, somewhat effort on the part of the Celtics tonight.
Bird hits the two technical free throws, and fans have started to throw some garbage out on the floor. Robert Parrish now at the line to shoot the two free throws from which the technicals were spawned. Robert had been fouled by Oakley. Albeck objected to the foul a little too strenuously, was hit with a technical. Then, I guess, came up with a few verbal haymakers, and out he went. Parrish missing the front end. One more free throw for the Chief. Rick Carlisle getting set to come in for the Celtics. Wedman is already in. Robert gets 1 out of 2. 114-94, 3:58 to play in the game. But the game has been history for quite some time. Woolridge, and now Macy from outside. Nothing there. Rebound Oakley. The young man muscles it up. No. A whistle and a foul on the Celtics. Carlisle is in, replacing Dennis Johnson. Strong performance by DJ tonight.
I'll tell you, the officials have gotten their work out in this series. Boy, there's been a lot of fouls called. It's really been a very physical series underneath. Because Chicago likes to take everything to the basket. And when they were trapping Michael Jordan, this opened up, you know, driving lanes for whoever was free, and especially in terms of Banks, Woolridge, and Oakley. They really don't have the confidence in our jump shot that they'd like, so they kept banging it into the backboards, and the result was a lot of fouls being called.
Now Bird and Parrish have gone out. Kite and Thirdkill have replaced them, so the Celtics have their second unit on the floor. Vincent, Carlisle are the guards, Thirdkill and Wedman the forwards, and Kite the center. Bird leaves with 19.7 rebounds, 9 assists. The steal by Charles Oakley. Celtics lead by 20. Oakley kicks it off to Woolridge, who carries it a few feet, and it goes out of bounds off Sam Vincent. And it'll be Chicago ball. Paxson, Macy, Woolridge, Banks, and Oakley for Chicago. Jordan is already fouled out of the game. There's the final in Philadelphia. In Washington, Philly has a 2-game lead and a 2-1 lead. And Detroit has cut Atlanta's lead to 2-1 with a victory at Pontiac, Michigan, 106-97. So our series will end in a 3-game sweep for the Celtics, and they can sit around and relax, awaiting the winner of the Atlanta-Detroit series. Kite has it blocked by Oakley. Slapped away by Carlisle. Oakley picks it up. Well, I tell you, the more you see of Oakley, Coos, the more you got to love the deal that Chicago made. They traded Keith Lee for Oakley when they drafted those two players in the first round, Chicago and Cleveland, and Chicago came out way ahead in that one.
No contest.
Steal by Carlisle on the re-steal. Carlisle gets it off to third. Kildany lays it in.
Yeah, no contest between those two from what we've seen.
Oakley plays with so much more intensity.
Yeah, he's going to be a player. He's got to develop an outside shot to complement his inside game a bit. But as far as defense and boards, he's going to be a Barkley type. He doesn't have Barkley's offense. But,
and he plays at a very high level of intensity.
Yeah, and Lee, from what we've seen, kind of has been going through the motions this year. It's a little early to make judgments on the kid, but he's taller and a better shooter, but Paxton on the breakaway.
Now the Celtics telegraphed the pass, and Paxton just cut right in front of the pass, laid it in. Minute and 56 left to play in this season for Chicago. The Celtics, of course, will move on, looking for flag number 16. The next series will be best of 7, and we're not sure when our first telecast will be in the next series. It'll be a road game, but we're not sure when, nor are we sure where.
I think pack your bags for Atlanta. I think Atlanta will beat Detroit.
Well, after their first 2 wins, I think so too, but Detroit could win again in the next game, and that could take it to a 5th game, and anything could happen there. Timeout with a minute and a half to go, and the Celtics coasting home, free and easy, to a 3-game sweep. Well, there are the victorious troops tonight. Celtics enjoying the fruits of their labor this evening. Some smiles and a little relaxation after taking Chicago out in 3, after 2 out of this galaxy performances by Michael Jordan. Back down to earth a bit tonight, 19 points, ended up fouling out of the ball game, and the Celtics just coasting along. The final score will not be indicative of the one-sidedness of this contest. Right now, the Celtics lead is 16 points, but they have been leading by 16 points mentally since very early in this ball game. They led by 30 at one point on the scoreboard. Vincent tried to take it inside, had it slapped away. Paxson comes in, slapped away again. We're getting some serious garbage time here right now.
Good move on Casey's part. He would have cleared the bench anyway. The game was over, and, getting any of the regulars out of there, because this is, especially at a time, there's Paxton's drive to the basket again. This is a time you never want to get a player hurt, certainly a front line player, but the tendency is for it to happen a little more easily at this point of the game, the so-called garbage time, where, and especially where players may be releasing a few more frustrations that they can't find the officials. Who's ever in sight with a different colored uniform, you might as well go after him maybe. So we want to get the troops out of there in this situation.
A minute and 3 seconds to play. The Celtics leading 116 to 102. The 30-point lead materialized several times in the third quarter. 99 to 69 was one of them that I recall. Wedman lays it in. As the Celtics led by 14 at the half and then just blew Chicago's doors off in the third quarter to lead by 28 coming into this fourth, and have just breezed home. Foul called on Rick Carlisle. It'll put John Paxson at the free throw line. Paxson comes from a basketball family. His father played in the NBA against you, I guess, Coos.
It was a good one. Yeah, pretty good player. Good shooter.
Was he the same type of player as John and his brother Jim at Portland?
A little taller, but it runs in the family.
The same style of player?
Yeah, the kid in Portland is an excellent shooter as well.
One more free throw. That one goes for John Paxson. His brother is Jim Paxson at Portland. Jim Paxson played at Dayton, as his father did, and John Paxson played at Notre Dame. Wedman to Carlisle, open, 2. What was Paxson's first name, the father? I can't remember. Was it John? I don't think so.
Dad
Paxson?
Well, he had 2 sons.
Sometimes it was, hey, you. Hey, you, Paxson. Coos, you'll always give me an answer. Won't always be the right one, but you'll always give me an answer.
Since I got a drink out of my grandpa mug now, and
that's
coffee
right.
in the morning, like, that's the way you identify people, right? Gramps or
That was Son
Yeah.
Paxson who just missed the pass.